Hi everyone, this is video number 2 and this is to help you locate and turn in assignments, complete assessments, and locate your grades. So here we are once again on Science Tier 1. This is Session 1, Earth's Place in the Universe. This is almost always going to be the easiest place for you to go in order to complete pre-test, post-test discussions and assignments. There are other ways to get to them, but this is almost always going to be the easiest way for you. So again, submissions required. We have the pre-test, discussions, assignments. Here's the assignment rubric, the post-test. As we go down, you may notice this says 1A Expanding Universe. This is the assignment that goes with Part A, the universe. So we have our content information. The video is up here on this particular one. We have a PowerPoint or PDF so that you can review information. Part A assignment, it tells you, please click on and complete Expanding Universe in the right-hand column. And then here are additional resources should you want or need them, or perhaps to look through them for your lessons and for your students. So we're going to go to the Part A assignment, which is 1A, stands for Session 1, Part A. I'm going to click on Expanding Universe, and here's what I see. So the information I find here is when it was posted, not that critical for you, but once again where it's due, the actual attachment that goes with the assignment, and I can go to the Dropbox in order to hand it in. So I'm going to click on Expanding Universe. I have a Mac. So what happens on a Mac is when I click on Expanding Universe, it goes in my download folder, which is up here. This is going to vary in terms of what type of computer you have and how you have it set up. But it's going to be downloaded to your download file. I'm then going to click, and up comes the actual assignment itself. Here's the first assignment. To be honest with you, most of the time it's going to have that 1A up here. But as I pulled things forward, I didn't always have a chance to rename them. This is the Expanding Universe. It's actually a lab. You're going to be asked to use a balloon to take some measurements and to answer some questions. You can certainly type directly on here. This is a Word document, and you can put your numbers in if that's what you would like to do. You can also print this off, write it in, scan it, and submit it. That's entirely up to you and what works best for you. So for example, suppose I complete this entire assignment. I'm then going to save it somewhere on my computer, maybe on the desktop or in a VPSS file, and then I'm going to want to hand it in. So here I am, I've worked on this assignment, maybe I've read further forward. I'm back at the page Session 1, and I'm going to scroll down again. And I'm going to go to 1A Expanding Universe. There are other ways to get to this. Here's the assignment. I'm going to go to the Dropbox because now I want to hand in my assignment. Here is the Dropbox, and as you can see, it has many of my assignments here. Okay, sorry for the abrupt change, but I'm going to go look at some different assignments. So here I am. Suppose I want to hand in Gravity and Orbits assignments 1D. I'm going to click, and here's the screen that I get. This is the student view, so suppose it tells me I haven't handed in this assignment yet. So I'm going to click on Hand In, and notice it tells me, oh, okay, I'm 1D Gravity Orbits assignment. It has the attachment again. I don't really need that. I've completed mine. I'm going to write a note here. You never have to write a note to me, but perhaps you want to. Perhaps you want to say, I am having trouble with number 12, but tried it. Please let me know. Jill. Then I'm going to scroll down, and here it says Choose Files. This is where I'm going to select the file that I've completed. So I have saved this in my VPSS S14 file. I can do it two ways. I can click on Choose File, and it will bring up, for example, for me, a listing of my files. I can click on them and choose them, or I can drag a file here. It's all up to me as to how I want to hand it in. Once I've done that, and it will show if it's been uploaded, I'm going to hand it in. Now it's been passed along to me. You can see what's happened here. you can see your communication to me. It will also show the handed in file. I did not hand one in. When I respond to you, perhaps I say, okay, everything's great, but number 12, you're right. Let me help you with that, and I provide you with a resource or information. You're going to see that right down here in the Dropbox again. You're going to see my response. So you're going to see your work, my response, your work, my response, one after the other. Let's take a look at one that I've had permission from the teacher to use. So here are Dropbox messages. This one comes from Gretchen on June 6th. She submitted a document. You see this little green? This means that I reviewed it and I handed it back. It's highly likely there are comments directly on this document. However, this is a message from me, and on it is that same document with even more teacher notes. But what I did also was I gave her information to try to help her because she needed to resubmit part of it. So I say, okay, here are some questions to try to help you. Here's Gretchen's response. So as we continue to go back and forth, this is all chronological, you'll see that we're communicating with each other in the Dropbox specifically about this assignment. Okay, this is a truncated point of view. This is from a previous course, and I'm keeping the teacher's name off. Here, if you see Assess and you click on Grades, this is what you will see. You will see this type of report, and it will show you each and every assignment and assessment. And it will show you the letter grade. It will also show you if there's been a comment. There are a number of different ways to make a comment. One is directly, as I just showed you, with messages back and forth. Another is a little blue comment, looks like a cartoon comment, and that's where I've sent you something to try to grab your attention as well. So you'll see here's session 1, here are the assignments, pre-test, post-test discussion. It says the due date on all of them, the points. They're always going to be out of 1. You're going to find your pretest ultimately will be a 1 out of 1 or a 0 out of 1. What we do is we take, remember, we don't really care what your actual score is. I mean, we do, but it doesn't impact your grade what the actual score is, and therefore it's either complete or not complete, just like the rest of them. So I translate these later. This 50 out of 100 will be 1 out of 1 because the person completed it. Discussion, 1 out of 1. I assign those as well. So you'll see as you go down and as the course is expanded, you're going to be able to see exactly your scores for everything. If you want to see, notice there's an R here. It means needs resubmission, no credit. And so that's where you want to go back in and say, oh my gosh, I need to take a look at that. I'm hoping this will be of some help to you. While all of the haiku and VPSS classes are very similar, there are little pieces that are very distinct. Please let me know if you have any issues. You can reach me at elisacasella@gmail.com, which is here under Course Overview. You'll find a link to my email address right here. And you can also connect with me via the inbox, whichever way is easiest for you. Thank you.